Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. I'm excited to be here. It is Money Monday, and as of right now, we have 78 participants on the line, and that number is continually climbing. Our goal is to exceed 100 participants on this call each and every day, so make sure that you reach out to your team. We do not want any ICMs left behind missing out on these awesome morning trainings. Today, we get to learn from Michael Huggins. Michael Huggins is someone who we are very, very fortunate to learn from because he has been in this business around 10 years and he's been extremely successful, he and his wife, Vanessa. Before Renatus, Michael was working two jobs. He was working for Jiffy Lube as well as Sears Auto. He actually had an auto mechanics degree and ended up working at Jiffy Lube, where you absolutely do not need a degree. And that was frustrating. He was riding his bike to work because he couldn't afford a car. It was actually not even his own bike. It was his brother's bike. He was working on paying down student loan debt for too long. And after what it would have made sense to be paying down half of that loan, he still had a full balance, meaning all of that money that he had been paying all just went to interest, and the balance had hardly changed at all, and that was very frustrating. So Michael knew that he needed to make a change because nothing was working. He was living in his girlfriend's mother's basement and needed to make a change. He found Renatus, and he studied the education. Within a year, he was able to complete a short sale, and several months later, completed a second short sale, and that enabled him to quit both of his jobs. He then really began to take the marketing seriously here with Renatus and was building teams in Salt Lake City and Denver simultaneously. Now he is a seven-figure income earner with the company. He is on the President's Advisory Council with our CEO, Bob Snyder. And he just bought over 240 acres in Tennessee to build the most incredible farm that you've ever heard of. So Michael and Vanessa are doing big things, and we're very fortunate to learn from them this morning. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the call. It is the week of Thanksgiving, which is really exciting. So welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. Good job being consistent and showing up on time, showing up every time. Cool. Yeah, this week we are spending some time in Tennessee getting our short-term rentals set up and looking at creating new connections here so we can keep growing the business. What are all of y'all working on? This is a week where some people we get mixed attitudes about this week. The being Thanksgiving, a lot of us were trained into thinking, hey, it's a day off. It's a weekend off. And I guess it's all in how you look at it. There was a storm one day. This guy's going into a diner here, and he's sitting inside. This is a diner. He's sitting inside drinking his coffee, right? And there's another guy sitting in the diner, and it's snowing outside. Right? There's lots of snow. It's crazy weather. Oh man, these guys are inside. And the waitress is, taking care of the guys. Happy to be inside because outside it is snowing like crazy. And this first guy looks at it as a problem. He goes, oh man, it's too cold to go outside. And this guy looks at it as an opportunity and goes, wait a minute. It's so cold today, everyone's going to want to stay inside. Now, the difference is both of these people are in sales. But this person goes, all right, it's a mess outside, everyone's going to stay home. This person thinks it's a mess outside and it's a reason to stay home. So who's going to make more money? Obviously, the person who knocks on the doors, no matter what the weather is outside, right? So they could ask themselves, they could be standing out that window going, "Oh man, are you going out there?" Well, it depends on if you're in sales or not. It's just one of those things. You keep going. If you set a goal when you started that you're going to have this much money or this big of a team or have this many deals done, and it hasn't happened yet, just because of Thanksgiving doesn't mean that you take a break. Breaks are done when the job is over. I mean, that's just how it works. Unless you're not into sales. If you're an employee, then obviously you take your break when the clock says. But if you're in sales, aka you run your own business, aka you're the boss, don't give yourself a break unless you hit your goals. That's what I want to talk to you about today. At least part of it anyways, not taking a break. When we go to these family functions this week, this is a perfect opportunity to be talking about what you do, who you are, who you're becoming, what you intend to create. It's really exciting times. So, yeah, let's not be typical here. Let's not be average. Let's make sure that we're following through with what we promised we said we would do. And that's a big deal. We made a deal. Better follow through. I said I was going to do all these Money Mondays. Here we are, doing it. So this week, Thursday, oh, weird. I like to think about it this way. I know a lot of people are like, well, how do I start this conversation? How do I, like at the family dinner, everyone just knows me as the Jiffy Lube guy. How do I start this conversation? I'll tell you about it. So I was over at Geraldine's house, Geraldine's mom's house, Vanessa's grandma's house, okay? We're having Thanksgiving dinner. There's a whole bunch of tables. There's a lot of tables. We got all these people. I don't know, there's probably like 60, 70 people there. It was awesome. Nice big tables. Everyone's gathered around. And this is my first Thanksgiving in Renatus. I don't know what I'm doing, but they told me to talk to people. Now you got to remember, everyone here is from Geraldine's family side, right? Geraldine's family side. So she's got 6 brothers and sisters, and then there's hers. There's 7 siblings, 7 aunts and uncles. And here I am, sitting right here. Next to me is Vanessa, and then across the way is a guy named Brad. And Brad is an uncle. Brad is a cool guy. Never really talked to him at the table before. Never really talked to anyone. I've been to a few of her Thanksgivings, but I was always like, that guy with the beard or whatever. So I'm at Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't even know anybody. I recognize a few people, but I think in my head, all right, if I want a new result, I'm going to have to do new things. Right? To get a new result requires doing new things. Hello, duh. It's not necessarily comfortable, but I wanted new things. I wanted a new car. I wanted a new address. I wanted a new bank account. I wanted a lot of new things. I was motivated, man. I don't know about all of you guys. A lot of you say you want new things, but you don't always act like it. I want to see some action going on here. So, what new result do you want? I was clear enough that I wanted more money as a new result. I wanted a new reputation with these people. So anyway, I got in the back of my head. Right? Do you guys remember default? Design. I have this in the back of my head, right? Taxes, interest, lifestyle. Taxes, interest, lifestyle. And I'm thinking, I could definitely help. I could definitely help close this gap. I know something they don't know about Renatus. None of these people in this room know about Renatus. I'm looking around the room, and I've been there for an hour. I haven't talked to anyone yet. I'm just thinking, get all wrapped up in my head. But I'm still aware of this default design. I know all these people in here are living by default, or at least I'm guessing. I don't really know because I haven't asked, but just by the stats of America, right? Like 90 whatever percent. So I'm in a room of 50 people. That means 40 plus of them are living by default. And then I remember coming across a stat. There's a little chart that we used to have in our slides. In fact, while I'm talking about it, I'm going to try to find it. But basically, it was a chart showing retirement. Right? A lot of people, why are they working so hard? Why are they looking into Renatus? Because they want to retire. And what do they mean when they want to retire is they want a stream of money coming that doesn't require them working their butts off. So retirement. There we go. Oh, maybe it's in this one. Anyway.
What does the other one say?
Design, DESIGN.
Hold on a sec, guys. So anyway, it talks about how much money is needed to retire. How many dollars someone has set aside in order, oh, it's not in this PowerPoint, in order to live comfortably. So I'm like, all right, if you want to live in retirement for 20 years and you want $5,000 a month, basically what that means is you need over $1 million. Yep, I don't think it's on this laptop. Okay. Anyway, you need like $1 million. And I was thinking, oh, okay, $1 million. Well, with all these intelligent people in this country, there's got to be some that have saved up a couple $1 million. Money needed for retirement. Spreadsheet chart. Here we go. It is something like okay, is this it? Anyway, you guys will see what I'm talking about. You'll like this. Money desired, not needed in retirement.
I'm using the back.
Hold on.
Go.
Who's doing that? Okay, so it's got to be something like this. This isn't the best representation, but We'll take a look. So show money needed. All right, so you see this chart here. Whoops. New share. There we go. Okay, so money needed to retire. This assumes a 5% return. This assumes a 2% return. So if someone's going to live in retirement for 20 years, okay, it's basically they retired at 65 and they're going to live to 85. And they want to have between around $5,000 to $6,000 a month coming in. They're going to need around $1 million. If they're going to live to be 30, they're going to need more than $1 million. 1.5. So anyway, it goes up. That's on a 2% return, or a 5% return. If it's a 2% return, and they want to live for 20 years, off about $5,000 a month, they're going to need $1.2 million. Okay. So anyway, they need 1.2 million. So here I am thinking, okay, I'm new to Renatus. Obviously, I want to be part of the solution with this, right? Done changing oil. I want to be part of the solution. And, you know, I want to help people with this design thing. I want to be part of the solution. I'm thinking about this chart, and it's like, wow, okay, so if you want to live to be this long or this long or this long, and you want this much money coming in, this much or this much, you need somewhere between 1.1 and 1.5 million dollars. So I'm just thinking, okay, how many people are doing that? Well, in this country, in the US right now, average savings amount for someone over 65, average is less than $1,000. That's not the median, that's the average. The average is less than, the average 65-year-old has less than $1,000 in their savings account. What? So we have less than 1,000. That's the average. Right? Add them all up, divide by the number, you get an average. But in order to get $6,000 a month, I know someone's thinking, maybe we only need two. Let me pull it up again. If you only need $2,000 a month, you want to live for 20 years, you still need $400,000. So if you want to be in retirement for 20 years and have $2,000 a month, you still need $400,000 saved up. That's growing. Okay? So if you want $6,000 a month, you need $950,000. If you want $8,000 a month, which is $100,000 a year, you're gonna live for 20 years and it needs to grow. You need to have 1.6, 1,600,000 saved up. So I'm thinking about this stuff. I knew they were giant numbers and I wanted to be accurate. So thank you for taking a second with me so we could look it up and have some real accurate numbers. Okay. So now that we've looked at these numbers, I'm sitting around the room. I just joined Renatus. I'm a new independent contracted marketer. Looking around the room. Default to design. I know what to do. Just takes time. Average savings, less than $1,000. I'm looking around the room going, not judging, just going off of numbers. Right? Most of these people look healthy, have a great attitude, big families, everyone's doing okay. Some people are doing well, but the average in America is still less than $1,000 in savings. That's uncomfortable. And I'm one of the youngest in the room. Everyone else is headed towards retirement. So I'm thinking about these numbers. These people really have 400,000. And I'm thinking about it for two reasons. One, if they are set, they could lend that money to me and I could get them a higher rate of return doing some real estate. And if they aren't set, then we need to go get some money for retirement accounts, for life insurance, for whatever we need to set aside. Let's go use real estate to do it. So either way, I'm now thinking real estate. We got to help them with real estate. But all they know me as, right, my old reputation is I'm the quiet new person, right? This is someone else's family. I'm young. I'm a mechanic. I got this ridiculous beard that I have not shaved yet because I decided I'm not going to shave until I close on a deal. So yeah, that's my old reputation. Quiet, I'm new to this group. I'm young comparatively. I'm just a mechanic. That's all they know about me. That's Geraldine's daughter's boyfriend, right? That's a hard place to come from when I'm looking around the room for relationships. So anyway, in my head, as I'm deciding I'm going to be a new person, right? I've just been in Renatus like less than a year, but I decided I'm going to be a new person. And if you on the call here haven't decided to be a new person yet, that's probably one reason why you're not getting the results you want. You have to decide. New person. So my new is I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to be valuable. I'm going to be known for fun. I'm going to be known as a real estate investor. And I'm going to be known as a professional. So my old reputation and my new reputation. That's what I wanted. So I'm thinking, okay, here I am across the table, right? Back to the scenario here. Sitting across the table from Brad. Brad doesn't know me from anybody. Never talked. Seen him. And I go, hey, Brad. And I just start up a conversation. Hey, Brad. Did you know? That's what I started out with. Did you know that business owners pay less in taxes? Did you know business owners pay less in taxes? So I'm thinking about this whole chart over here. I'm thinking, man, if I'm going to be helpful, valuable, fun, known as a real estate investor, and if I want to have this new reputation, I think I better help with this whole default design situation. So I say, hey Brad, did you know business owners pay less in taxes? He said, oh, really? Just trying to be a nice guy. He's like, who's this kid? He's got a ridiculous beard. What's going on? I say, yeah, man. I'm taking these classes so that I can pay less in taxes and have my money saved up for retirement. I want to retire early. So I'm telling him all these things about my new. I'm not telling him it's new to me necessarily, because in my mind I've already decided I'm going to be a rich, helpful, valuable real estate investor. I'm going to own my life. I'm going to do amazing projects around the world. I already decided that when I first started. Now when I'm looking around, You know, I still got pennies in my pocket. I'm still riding a bike, riding a bus. I'm still, you know, trying to make things work for me. It was not comfortable. But in my mind sight, it's different than my eyesight. I hope you are all using your eyesight in addition to using your mind sight, making sure what you see in your mind first is more important. So all I'm thinking about is how I can be helpful and valuable. Helpful, valuable, fun, real estate investor professional. Well, now I'm starting to think, okay, well, this guy makes, if he makes $100,000 a year and he's in default mode, that means he's going to be paying somewhere around $35,000 in income tax. So I start thinking, all right, gosh, he's probably not happy about that. If he would have known, if he knew that as a business owner he could pay a lot less of this tax pie, right? If he knew, he probably wouldn't be paying that much in taxes. So I'm thinking, dang, $35,000. This guy pays more in taxes than I earn. Holy cow, right? So I'm having this, just all these thoughts going on in my head at this table. This guy pays more in taxes per year than I earn. This is awesome. I can definitely help him. Either he's got a good credit score, a retirement account, or we could partner up with some real estate and I can save him some money and help him make some money. Or he could buy a combo for me and get a $20,000 write-off, save some money in taxes. So I'm thinking two purposes, right? Two purposes. He can either be a partner or a student. Whatever it is, either way, it's going to be helpful for him. It's going to be valuable. It's going to be fun. It's going to be in the real estate investing world, and we're going to do it professionally. So I just shared with him. So he's like, oh, really? You know, what did you figure out? What did you learn? Tell me more about who are you? And I go through, tell him my little story. This guy changed my life. I'm doing this. I'm working hard. Just learning real estate. It's going to be awesome. You should come with me. He's like, what do you mean come with me? And I go, well, I'm going to this workshop where they're going to go over how to retire comfortably. And then I said another, did you know? Did you know in order to retire with $100,000 coming in every year, you need something like 1.6 million stored away. And then, you know what, everyone says, oh, wouldn't that be nice? So obviously he doesn't have it. So I press for an invitation. So, yeah, I got this workshop coming up where this guy is going to be talking about how to pay less in taxes, pay less in interest, basically go from his default to his design life. And I'd like you to be my guest. Now here's the other thing. Brad lives 2 hours away. 90 minutes if all the roads are clear and you're in a good mood. You can just go. But seriously, he lived about 2 hours away. So I tried to get him to come to a meeting the following week. The following week was too soon for him. So 3 weeks go by. 3 weeks go by. And after we've had this conversation, so I did my invite. 3 weeks, he attends. Then we do a follow-up. And then I show him some Mark Kohler stuff. And he basically sees, because he stayed coachable, I stayed positive. I stayed in the whole he wants it mentality. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I remember thinking about, oh, this event is going to be so cool. Brad's going to be there. He's going to see the team. He's going to see it's not just me talking at the Thanksgiving dinner. This is going to be so cool. And I get a call from Geraldine, and she said, Brad's not coming. I was like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, he messaged me. He sent me a message, and so I guess he's not coming. And I was like, well, he didn't message me. I'm the one that invited him, so you know what? I'm not going to listen to your bad news. And I just totally disregarded what she said. I'm not listening. I'm not having it. There's a different outcome for me than what you just said. Not even interested in that. I could have, with my old brain, got all wrapped up in that, got all worried, been like, dang it, been pissed off, had a crappy drive to the office, I could have let everything get in the way of my mood. I said, no, I'm here to help him. If he cancels, there's no way I'm going to help him. So I'm here to help him. That means he's coming. And I just put it out in the universe. I was so confident with it. I have no idea if that had anything to do with him showing up. But it had a lot to do with my attitude. Right? My attitude around my intention, my vibration, that I'm going off of here. I'm here to help people. I'm here to be professional. I'm here to add value. That's what I want to be doing. So one thing that I got to do to add value is I got to invite. Another thing I got to do is I got to manage my emotions. Right? Manage my emotional state. If I am constantly freaking out and negative and unstable, there's no way any of you guys would be joining my team. So I got to manage my state. I got to invite. I got to be a good example to other people. I got to. All right, take it easy. Mute. Oh. That's weird. It's not letting me mute somebody. All right, as long as they're quiet. Okay, add value, invite people, manage my emotional state, be a good example of consistency. That's what I want people to know. So I'm going, I remember Geraldine called me, hey, this guy's not coming. I'm like, dang it, I need to add value. How am I going to add value? I'm going to manage my emotional state. Again, too. And that's the thing. I knew I would see him again at some point, right? 3 months, 6 months down the road, maybe next year. So I thought, I'm just going to have a good attitude. I'm going to go to this meeting. I'm going to get a lot out of it, whether he's there or not, so I can talk about it, because I want to add value to his life. Nice. We talked about this too. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying with all this, guys and gals, is that there's a lot you could do on a Thanksgiving day. Everyone thinks it's a day to take off, and I'm reminding everyone, no, this is a day to invite. This is a day to have an impact. This is a day to build a new reputation for yourself. So something to remember is everyone, while you're thinking about inviting that person and you can help them, but you're just not doing it, something you got to remember is everyone has dreams. They all do. Everyone has fears. And everyone has untapped potential. So maybe you just remind yourself of this when you're sitting around and you're about to talk to someone and you're sitting in the corner sipping on the eggnog and you're like, am I really going to go try and talk to this person about this thing? Is this really what I'm about to go do? And then just remind yourself, hey, everyone has dreams. They're unrealized and you can help. Everyone has fears that are holding them back. So if you let your fear hold you back, obviously you're a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. If you want to be part of the solution, go and face your fear and talk to that person. So you at the same time talk to them about their fear. If you're afraid of that, you're being an example of how to address your fear. How freaking cool is that? And then obviously everyone has untapped potential. So they're like, well, why are you even talking to me about this? Why are you even bringing it up? Well, here's what I know is you got dreams, fears, and untapped potential just like me. And I found this amazing organization. They're teaching me all sorts of stuff that I can do in my life to improve, to not improve just me, but improve my business. And when I say improve my business, what I mean is control my time. Being able to, and then, list out what the things you want to do with that free time. So everyone has dreams, fears, and untapped potential just like me. Get this in your head. This is like a mantra. When your ego tries to psych you out and say, no, don't talk to that person. Say, no, ego, I know what's going on. Everyone has dreams, fears, and untapped potential just like me. So I'm going to go and talk to them. So what ended up happening is we followed up with Brad, and he bought a combo. Brad bought a combo. I made money. He got a tax write-off. We got a cool person to join the team. He actually saved more money in taxes his first year than the cost of the education, because then he started converting everything to a tax write-off. He saved so much money in taxes that Aunt Susie could quit her part-time job. She had a part-time job, even though Uncle Brad was making plenty of money. He was earning plenty of money, but because it was so much, they were taking a lot in taxes. So she had a little 20-hour week, part-time, $12 an hour, 20 hours a week. So you're making seriously $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Not that much. He saved more in taxes and could take home more money because of his tax savings than what she was making at her part-time job. So she quit. She got to stay home and do what she wanted to do. So we had a powerful, powerful result. It wasn't just me making another sale. It wasn't just Brad getting into real estate, but it was also Sue's being able to actually stay home. She didn't want to work, especially doing what she was doing. I saw it on her face when I asked her. She was like, yeah, it was okay. It was just a job. And I was like, but would you have stayed? Obviously not, because Brad's not being able to take home more. So, it takes time to create a result. There's no doubt about it. But especially these people that you're going to see this week at these meals, you're going to see them again. And what do you want your reputation to be? Now when I see Brad, he gravitated towards me. He looks, where's Michael? Where's Michael? I want to talk to him. And then because, he's one of the higher earners in the family, people are like, what? What do you want to talk to Michael for? What happened with this? And now all the uncles and aunts treat me totally differently. And they're not even my aunts and uncles, right? They're Vanessa's aunts and uncles, Geraldine's brothers and sisters. So we have such a different dynamic now. We talk about our retirement accounts. We talk about the rental properties he's getting. We talk about, grandma's growing money through her own process. So everything totally changed. If I didn't bring that up, it would just be another Thanksgiving, another year gone by, another round of dreams not completed, another round of fears being manifest, and all of a sudden untapped potential sitting around. I did not want to be part of the problem. I said, I'm going to be part of the solution here. And all I did was open my mouth and invite. Just did regular ICM stuff. Regular, find the people, tell the story, build for events, and follow up. So what I did. I found the people. And I told the story. Did you know business owners pay less in taxes? And did you know have 100,000 come in while you're in retirement? For 20 years to come by at $8,000, you still need 1.6 million just sitting aside. Did you know that? So I hope this is sinking in and you're seeing a way that you could do this. You're seeing a version of you that is facing whatever obstacle it is, that you are tapping into your potential as someone who can affect change on this planet. You can be the reason for people doing well. You could be the reason why people are on a whole new trajectory in their life. Or you could just say, pass the potatoes. You know what I mean? So let's not be average. Let's not be typical. Let's not be driven by fear or ego. You can do the most amazing things if you put your mind to it. So basically I have about 3.5 weeks to get orders in and paid. The countdown begins. We're in December already. I think December 16th is the last day to put orders in. And then December, when I say orders in, I mean signatures in and verified by corporate. Then the last day to put money in is December 30th. If you put your customer has, if the customer pays on December 30th and their order was in and signed, verified before the 16th, you'll get paid on the 31st. All right, cool. Let's be part of the solution. All right, does anyone have any questions? Any points of clarity we can go over before we wrap up this call today? There's a mess out there in America. Our families are all wrapped up in it. It's a great reason to start talking. It's not about blaming. I don't bring up politics. I don't say, oh, this president or this policy or that policy. I just say business owners and real estate investors get one thing. Employees get something else. I want to be on this side of the equation. What about you? Let's be part of the solution. All right, questions? So for people who don't want to do real estate, getting them going with essentials and eventually they'll get the combo. Well, yeah, if you think about what, yeah, so this is what I went through with my experience, Tyler, is when I have people say, I don't want to do real estate, to me, what I hear is, I don't have enough facts to justify doing real estate. Right? Because if they knew how much money was required to retire comfortably, if they knew how much taxes were being confiscated because they didn't own real estate, if they knew that there were systems in place to cover every headache of real estate, from taxes, banking, to rentals and dealing with tenants, to inspections and maintenance, every headache there's a solution for, and that's what we have. So if they knew that there was a solution to every headache, if they knew how much money they could keep, how much money they could earn, if they knew it all, they would want to do real estate. So when I hear they don't want to do real estate, I just hear them opportunity to educate. Did you know? And then let's get going on the essentials because I want you to save money. And this is incredible stuff. I want you to pay your house off. I want you to lower your tax bill. I want to help. Look at those little kids over there. Those are your kids. Why aren't they on payroll? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Okay, Megan has a question. How do you talk to grandma and grandpa that are retired already but complain about not having money or having to save it? Well, it really just comes down to the numbers. What kind of money are they talking about? And what are they trying to save? It all depends on what they're again. It all depends on what they're trying to do. If they got $100,000 and they're trying to make it last, and so they got Social Security, and then every month they got to dip into that 100,000 to close the gap between what Social Security brings in and what their expenses are. Now they're like eating away at this pile of money. You could talk to them about converting that pile of money to a stream of money. Right? You got 100,000. You say, all right, Grandma, if you give me 50,000, we could go buy this duplex, somewhere in this part of America, whatever. And this duplex produces $900 a month, $450 on each side. So after taxes, maintenance, insurance, and management fees, here's what you would take home. So it's just an equation. We put in 50 grand, taxes, maintenance fees. Well, it's going to be 900 a month coming in. That means it's going to be, what is that? 10,800 a year. So we got to pay this in fees, this in taxes, this is in interest, blah, 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 blah. All right, looks like we got 4,000, 5,000 bucks a month, or 5,000 bucks a year extra. Now, Grandma, you got this 50 grand. It's giving you a take home of 400 bucks a month, 500 bucks a month. If we set up a deal like this, would you want to do it? The questions are always, if I, would you, not here's the deal, will you lend me the money? You're going to get a no a lot if you do that. But if you say, if I made a deal like this, would you be interested in it? If I found a deal where we could put your 50,000 in and you for sure made an extra, 5,000 bucks a year, would you be interested in having a further conversation? We would use CPAs, we would use an attorney, we would use professionals. We wouldn't have to spend that much time on it. We would factor in for vacancies. We would factor in that the furnace is going to break. We're going to factor in all this stuff. I mean, this is why you're going to this school, right? This is why you're going to Renatus, so you can have these conversations. So if I factor all this in, would you be open to be my partner on the next deal? And if they say yes, then you get your butt off of Netflix, you get your butt off of Facebook, and you go and find that freaking deal. You make it happen. Change your reputation. Be known for action. Cool. Enrique says, great talk. Really connected to your message. Thank you. Happy holidays. Yeah, let's go. The universe is putting your family in front of you this weekend, or your friends, whoever. You can have the biggest impact on people. You really, really can. You can do some amazing things. Just go tap into that potential. It's really what it comes down to. So go make a list. Who are you going to talk to for sure? You don't need to buy a combo at Thanksgiving, but go make yourself a list of people you're going to have a conversation with. Who's going to be in the convo? You got this uncle, that uncle, this aunt, this cousin, these people. All you're doing is planting seeds. You don't need to sell a combo. If there's not that many people to talk to, then obviously, some Thanksgivings are small. You can say, hey, everyone, during dessert, I'd like to go over the 4 benefits of a rental and show you guys what I'm doing. And pull out your laptop, pull out your iPad, plug it into the TV, do something, show it off, depending, right? There's no way I could have done that at the beginning of going to someone else's Thanksgiving, but if you got something small, it's just you and 5 friends and they're over at your house, and crack open a beer and put on some you know, the Netflix of real estate. Put on some Renatus. This will be awesome. Yeah, if I could show you a way to pay less in taxes, would you be open to hearing about it? If I could show you a way that I'm working to secure my retirement, would you be interested? If I could, if I, would you? If I, would you? If I, would you? All the way down. Perfect. Okay, everyone. Be part of the solution. Go out there, take some action. Invite more folks. Let's go from default to design. Think about it a year from now when your team, and you got a team, and your team is asking you, well, what should we do about the holidays? Is it a time off? You say, no, it's not time off. And they go, well, what did you do? And you say, wow, let me tell you what happened last Thanksgiving. And you create your own story that you can share next year and get a whole new wave of action from people. So go be an example. You're doing it now to be a part of the solution. You're doing it now because people in your life matter. You're doing it now because next year people are going to ask you, what did you do? And you want to be integrous. You want to be the person that says, I did it, now you go do it. And let's keep doing it. I have a bunch of neighbors over here in Tennessee this week, and you better believe they're going to be hearing about it. It's just something we're due. Be part of the solution. That's what we're here to do. All right, everyone. Thanks for being on the call today. Keely, thanks for setting it up. Go out there, share this link with your team members, get the copy, review it, take action, take action, take action. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
We don't take off a day.